Hey there everyone, coming up next on the 24 Evening News, Michigan and Florida's votes want to be counted. Find out how coming up. BMW plans to beef up U.S. factories, and parts of Ohio are still covered in snow from Sunday night. The 24 Evening News starts right now.
From the 24 News headquarters in Hamden, Connecticut, this is the 24 Evening News with Marcus Harun.
Good evening, everyone. In your top story tonight, a consensus began to emerge Sunday that the best way to give Florida's Democrats a voice in electing a candidate for president lies with small mail-in ballots. The Democratic National Committee stripped Florida and Michigan of all their convention delegates, a total of 313, for holding their primaries too early, making both contests meaningless. New York Senator Hillary Clinton won both states, but no delegates. Her rival, Senator Barack Obama, did not appear on Michigan's ballot. But the disqualification of Florida and Michigan has created a headache for the Democratic Party due to the unexpected closeness of the race between Obama and Clinton. Officials from both states are trying to figure out how best to resolve the issue before the National Convention in August. DNC Chairman Howard Dean says the mail-in primary is actually a very good process.
That they might consider a mail-in ballot, and we've talked about how he might raise the money for that, or how the Florida folks might raise the money for that. And the other thing he floated was a possibility of just splitting the delegates if it becomes a credentials matter. So, look, they're working hard in Florida, and they're going to work hard in Michigan to solve this problem.
Well, on one side of the Atlantic Ocean, BMW says it will cut 7.5% of its workforce over the next 2 years. On this side of the water, the company says that it plans to increase production by more than 50% by 2012. The euro climbed to record highs on Friday, reaching $1.54 before falling back to $1.53 in late trading after the Federal Reserve announced it would provide more cash to banks than that need it. This means European goods cost more for Americans to buy. By building the cars in the U.S., BMW can save money on lower dollar and on wages, since in South Carolina, workers make less money than in Germany. The declining dollar also means that BMW and other foreign automakers likely will start buying locally for more of the parts used by their U.S. plants. That shift in production has led to cuts for home and luxury car maker. Well, she was an ambiguous lawyer and TV commentator who started going to Atlantic City casinos to relax, and soon was getting high roller treatment that included limousines whisking her to the resort. Alarina Margarita Travras says that she was even allowed to bring her dog to the blackjack table sitting in her purse. But her gambling spun out of control. She said that she would go days at a time at the tables, not eating, sleeping, brushing her teeth with disposable wipes so she didn't have to leave, the Associated Press is reporting. She said her losses totaled nearly $1 million. Now she is chasing the longest of long shots, a $20 million lawsuit in federal court against the 6 Atlantic City casinos and one in Las Vegas, claiming they had their duty to notice her compulsive gambling problem and cut her off. Experts say her case will be difficult to prove, but it provides an unusually detailed window into the life of a problem gambler. Well, highway and utility crews worked overtime on Sunday to recover from a huge storm that buried Ohio and other parts of the Midwest in snow and tore down power lines elsewhere. More than 20 inches of snow fell from Friday through Saturday in Columbus, escaping the city's previous record of 15.3 inches set in February 1910. The National Weather Service said elsewhere 14 inches fell in Milan, Indiana. Up to a foot fell in parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas on Friday. Many churches said that in the Columbus area canceled Sunday services because roads were so slippery. Ohio's Cleveland Hopkins International Airport, which shut down Saturday, reopened Sunday, but flight delays and cancellations were expected as airlines tried to get their schedules back on track. Delays also were expected at Port Columbus International Airport, where 90% of the flights were canceled on Saturday. Ohio said one traffic death linked to the weather and 4 men died while shoveling snow. 2 traffic deaths were blamed on the storm in western New York State and 1 in Tennessee. Well, the staircase that served as an escape route for thousands of survivors of the World Trade Center attack and became an icon as it remained standing amid the rubble, was hoisted onto a truck Sunday and moved to a temporary home. After the wreckage of the twin 110-story towers was removed, the stairway, 37 steps that once connected an exterior plaza to the street below, was the only above-ground remnant of the complex. Survivors of the attack have been battling to leave it in place to honor the memory of the victims of the attack, while others said it stood in the way of redevelopment. On Sunday, the so-called survivors' staircase was replaced on a flatbed truck and moved 200 feet to a spot near the northwest corner of the Trade Center site. It will be featured attraction of the World Trade Center Memorial and Museum, due to open on the 10th anniversary of the attacks on September 11, 2001. State officials had announced in 2006 that 1 or 2 slabs of the staircase would be demolished to make way for the new office tower being built on site. Well, we've reached our first break of the broadcast. Coming up next, celebrities are helping out the United Nations. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Do you have any questions, comments, or even news tips for 24 News? Then call our 24 News tip line at 203-404-8057. Hi everyone, this is your 24 News Brief. Good evening everyone, I'm Marcus Harun.
Good evening everyone, we have some developing...
Good evening, I'm Alex Marone.
Good evening everyone, I'm Marcus Harun.
Nate McKenzie, 24 News.
I'm Marcus Harun at the Hamden High School.
And I'm Nino Napolitano, and thank you for watching.
That's all your news and weather for tonight. I'm Marcus Harun, and have a great week everyone.
You say why, and I say I don't know. Oh no.
Well, welcome back everyone. Beyond the glamour of the red carpet and the clamor of the fans at a rock concert, an elite group of celebrities have gotten so involved in diplomacy that they're eclipsing true diplomats. Nowadays, these celebrities are taking on incredulously complex and weighty roles in the fights against poverty and war. U2's lead singer Bono has direct access to world leaders, and he's credited with bringing worldwide attention and money to the poverty and HIV crisis in Africa. Oscar winner Angelina Jolie recently traveled to Iraq for her second time and wrote and opted for the Washington Post about the refugee crisis there. Generals in Iraq, presidents of Iraq, they know if somebody like Angelina goes in there, they're going to be able to get their message across very quickly, and of course this is exactly what happened, said Andrew Cooper, author of the book Celebrity Diplomacy. Julie has even been invited to testify in front of the House Armed Services Committee and has teamed up with California Congresswoman to lobby for legislation on Iraqi refugee relief. Well, that's all for tonight. I'm Marcus Harun, and I hope everyone has a great week. You can check our website, 24newsnow.com, anytime, during the week, on weekdays, weekends, anytime, for more news, weather, and politics. I'm Marcus Harun, and I'll see you again here on Channel 27 next week, same time, same place. Have a great week, everyone.